it was 732 or something.
Is this, I think I already asked you, this
Yeah.
sound system portable? I mean, if they need it over there to,
Say what again? I'm sorry, I was listening.
the sound, any part of this?
Not really, because he's...
So there'll probably be an amplifier there because he said,
That's not gonna help you.
No, it's not, because the speakers are all...
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up, please. Yeah, I can talk. Okay. It wasn't on yet, bro. We got it. I didn't even look at my car. You got a bunch of mail in there?
I put mine up. No, this is just from Dave.
Oh. Let's see. I know I read the minutes.
you've already done an article about him, but if you...
510 and 524. Yep, those are the only two I read, too. Hey, this is another quick one. Was there anything in the box that we need, Nance? I didn't even
Nothing you need
Okay, wait, just...
that I can think of, okay?
This is great. Do you read this, Nancy?
Hmm?
Did you read this youth thing?
No.
Well, when you asked me about the, it's
Are you
great.
gonna, okay, good.
I like this.
No, I didn't see him when he came in. I'll let you folks look at that, make sure it's okay.
You probably read that typo. You probably corrected yours.
May 14th. What does this mean, Nancy? Gas price. What does that mean?
Advertise for bids
The cost for the
by
bus,
May 4th.
That's
Yeah,
what it's
probably
they're
gonna-
charging more because
Yeah,
the
well,
gas
yeah, that's all.
is...
99
I
up
was
to
wondering if you
200?
corrected
I'm not
this is
sure.
the year-
You may want
Well,
to, let me
1999.
make a note of it.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
It should
This
be
is in the May
Oh.
24th meeting.
Fireworks, yeah.
I would
That
guess.
was the year. Oh,
Yeah,
I see. Well, it didn't go up too much.
Just for the record.
Yeah,
yeah, that's not bad. I'm surprised it didn't go up more.
He's got Alex Bada.
That's what I hear.
That's great. That's great. Very good.
Did you get any, we didn't get bids, we didn't get the information tonight, did we?
I don't think Gwen's gotten any bids.
No.
Or Jad.
I haven't, and nothing's come to, as far as I know, we haven't gotten any bids in the mail, have we?
The Heritage, yeah, we did get
We
there
didn't get that stuff, information in time. Well, we got it on the agenda over here.
Friday afternoon, late.
Yeah, we,
No, I don't think we,
We haven't set it down, probably 3 o'clock. And
what do you mean, the bids will be in for this coming Saturday, or?
That notice will be in the paper Saturday.
Oh, in the Valley News?
that would be
For
Susan.
the following,
So we're gonna open bids tonight.
that's our next work session?
That would be, we need help Friday afternoon too, because we have to set all the inside tables up.
What did they happen to the Ricky Farm deal?
Well, wait a minute. We've got thing going. We're going to Alex Bay.
I got one, I just never think to bring it in.
It's under Alex.
I would like to call this meeting to order.
Excellent.
We got things going.
The regular meeting, the Granby Town Board. We will begin with the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we'll have the roll call.
Supervisor Hawthorne,
Here.
Counselor Anthony. Here. Counselor Greco.
Here.
Counselor Haggerty.
Here.
Counselor Arnold.
Here.
Highway Director Moyer.
Here.
Highway Superintendent Moyer. And Budget Director Lyman.
Here.
Thank you. Need a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of previous meetings. That would be May 10th and May 24th. If you've had a chance to,
I've had a chance to read them both. I'll make that motion, just first for the reading of those 2 days.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I didn't think we had any announcements, but I just heard about one, which is very nice, and I'll let Ruth fill us in about the grants.
Oh, okay. Yes, this past winter, our historian, Elaine Mulridge, and I both wrote for grants from the state archives, and I just found out yesterday that both grants will be granted to us, and so we should be getting a letter probably within the next week or so telling us that we have indeed been awarded these grants. One is going to be to continue the records organization down in the records room, and the other one will be to get our minutes organized to a point where we'll be able to find things in our minutes books with just looking in the computer and putting in a word and saying, we want to find out about highways, and it'll bring up all the places where we can find out about highways.
Fantastic. I'm especially excited about the minutes because there's been a number of occasions when we've said, I wonder if at some point in the past there was ever action taken on such and such. Unless you know exactly what year it might have been, it's virtually impossible. And even then, it's difficult to find any information. Especially important for such things as water districts and that sort of thing.
And this should go back to about somewhere in the 1950,
Very
55,
good.
somewhere in that range.
That's terrific. And the organizing of the other records is very important too. The records room is quite full, and if we can economize on space by eliminating unnecessary material, that would be just dandy. Okay. Heritage Day. We're just about ready, I think, and it's shaping up very, very nicely. I think you've all read about it in the newspapers, and we have flyers, and a couple things I haven't mentioned too much in the publicity. The senior citizens will be selling crafts, and another item that will be available for sale would be honey made right here or produced right here in the town of Granby. Mr. Alan Dixon, who is a local resident, will be here and demonstrating the whole process of beekeeping and honey production. So that should be an interesting exhibit, one that we have not had before. There are other people who are calling me each day and bringing in some of the things they brought before, but a number of new items will be on display. And the music is going to be fantastic, and they are excited, and I'm excited. And you will recognize some of the musicians in the band. It's Joan Cronk on keyboards, Mike Soloway on drums, Jack Beckwith on bass violin, John Thompson, a music teacher from Cicero, I think, on trombone, and Larry Fink on trumpet. And of course, I don't want to leave out, we're also having the Barbershop Quartet, Classic Touch, which is very well known in this area, and so it's going to be delightful. We can still use more help. You're coming Saturday morning?
Yeah, 8:30 or 9, was it? Which one, 8:30 you want to see it?
Either one, I think we'll
Come on,
probably be here by 8:30.
Okay. Yeah, I got it written on my calendar.
And you're coming Friday afternoon to help. We will be here setting up tables Friday morning, or Friday afternoon inside, and then Saturday morning, we have to move a lot of chairs outside under the tents and
Well, I'll
a
be here
number of
Friday morning.
tables, so that's quite a bit of work. Community Pride, we've had some real nice successes. I don't want to point to anybody and say, hey, they cleaned up a mess, but it has happened. And I'm real pleased about that, and we are going to continue it. I haven't had a chance to get anything in the paper yet, but I will do so. Someone asked me just the other day if it was still possible to call one of these people to have something picked up, and I said, you certainly can. And I have lots of flyers on that also. What's new with the floor drain and did we,
Well, the specs are ready,
mm-hmm,
and Ruth put the advertisement in the paper, and that'll be out Saturday.
great.
The bid opening will be the 28th of this month at 2:30.
That, okay. And then we'll discuss it at our work session. Yeah, okay. That gentleman, Dan, helped you with the specs, Dan Buskey?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you mention to him about bidding? Remember when you discussed on the phone?
Yeah, I told him.
Bid the same things and so, okay, good.
And the ads were in the paper on the pickup trucks, you haven't had any response?
I haven't had any, I had one message on the machine. The guy told me what he was gonna bid over the machine, and I called him and told him it was sealed bid and how he had to go about it.
Oh,
But I haven't heard any other
Okay.
response.
Commenting on the pickup trucks, would it pay? I only spotted it by accident. Not many people look at them small Rego. Would it pay to spend the, I don't know, what is it, $50 or $60 and put a bigger ad? Or is that not?
We thought tomorrow we'd put it up by the road at least, and maybe people.
Well, you catch them, that would help
That
if
would
you
be
could
good.
put them over here someplace. Where can we?
Put it in Mart ad, that's how we call it.
Yeah, mine.
that could be true.
How can you put them by the road? You mean on the grass or?
Well, I thought it was a community center for,
Oh,
I wouldn't leave it there for the heritage.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well, that's an idea.
they're not quite antique enough. They're
We'll
close.
put it on the back and put it for
They're
sale.
close.
Maybe somebody here Saturday.
Well, that's an idea.
yeah, you can always move around, shows that they run, you know?
I did meet with our attorney and talk some more about water districts, and I don't know that I have anything more to report back other than what we talked about at the last meeting, but my thought is to prepare a list of goals that we can kind of start working toward and prioritizing. And, so that it's just not talk, it can be turned into action. While I was at the attorney's office, I asked about Junior Avenue, and he is waiting for some information that he requested from Mr. Royce's attorney. So he cannot finish that until all the paperwork is in on that.
That's the one we started the early part of the winter, right? January or something? Okay.
Ruth, would you care to speak about the dog enumeration in progress?
Okay. Our dog enumeration census, whatever you want to call it, started about the beginning of June, about June 2nd. And I have two people that are working. One is doing more the central part of Granby, and the other one is working in the north end of Granby. And we are finding that there are people who have not registered their dogs, and they are coming in and starting to register their dogs. So I think that we're having some good success with this to start with. We encourage people to cooperate and realize that yes, indeed, this is truly happening, that nobody's just knocking on your door trying to find out information from you that's not authentic. That these two people, Karen Becker and Roger Carey, thank you, are both legitimate people from the town that are taking this dog census. And they are reporting back to me on a weekly basis.
That's great.
How long do you think they'll continue? Is there...
I expect it probably would take them most of the summer.
Oh, really?
We have a big town, a lot of miles to cover.
Would you still need any additional people? Wouldn't hurt.
If there is someone that still would like to submit a letter of interest, maybe we would start somebody working in the south end of the town.
Okay. Now we have 2 junkyard permits to consider for approval. Ruth has them, I think it is Bolton Auto Salvage, is that one? And,
Yes, Fulton Auto Salvage and Richard Boyce
okay. And our constable has
has approved both of them.
inspected them and approved
Yes.
them.
He signed them. Yes. And and they both paid their fee for their permits.
This will require a resolution to accept the applications for, what is it called? It's not called junkyard, it's called
A dealer's license?
dealer's license.
I'll make a resolution, we accept the 2 dealers' licenses.
Second it?
Any further discussion? Okay. Ruth, would you call the roll?
Supervisor Hawthorne?
Yes.
Counselor Anthony? Yes. Counselor Greco?
Yes.
Counselor Haggerty?
Yes.
Counselor Arnold?
Yes.
In preparing to pay the bills, a couple of things came to mind. Apparently, we do not have in the budget the bonding fees for the new snowplow, which will be here soon. And so I would suggest an appropriation of $600. It may not take that much. And we could take that from highway unappropriated funds, and there is a special line item, number 9780.6 DA, for the fees for getting the bond fees. Could I have a resolution on that one?
I'll make that resolution for appropriation of the bond fee.
I'll second that.
Ruth?
Supervisor Hawthorne?
Yes.
Counselor Anthony?
Yes.
Counselor Greco?
Yes.
Counselor Haggerty?
Yes.
Counselor Arnold?
Yes.
Okay. And one thing that we have never, apparently not funded before, and we didn't know at budget time we were going to be doing this effort, but the ad for the community cleanup should come out of an appropriate account, and there is an account. I did some research. There is an account, community beautification. It's account number 8510.4A, and I would recommend transferring $250 from contingency. There again, it may not be $250. We did have the bill for the ad tonight, and I can't remember what it was. It was less than that, but
Yeah.
I'll make a resolution.
And I'll second it.
okay. Discussion?
Supervisor Hawthorne?
Yes.
Counselor Anthony?
Yes.
Counselor Greco?
Yes.
Counselor Haggerty?
Yes.
Counselor Arnold?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Before you go on the reports, can I ask something? Have you heard from Tom Venezia about that land for the youth thing yet?
I haven't heard anything back. I understand they're still working there.
He's still working there?
That's what I've heard. That's what someone quite recently told me.
Because I don't want that to, Mike French and I just really don't want that to slip through our fingers. As you can see, once we get it, we could apply for grants and do what we have to do.
Well, I'd asked him in my letter to let us know when they were completed and the work was completed there. So,
Okay,
and
thank you.
someone else said that they were still working there.
Yes, okay.
One other item just came in tonight, is an application for a special license for the display of fireworks. This is from Granby Center Fire Department, and this is for their field days, and the exact time would be July 8th at 2200 hours at the residence of Harold Babcock, which is at 407 County Route 3.
For what date?
July 8th. It's a little later this year than
Yeah.
some, which is a Saturday night.
Saturday night, right?
And this needs to be approved by the town board before the town clerk can issue the license.
What is that resident?
It's right just around the corner from the fire hall,
Oh.
and he is a member of the, active member of the
So they
His
must-
So
land-
apparently, it's from his backyard that
I
they...
see.
Backyard.
His land goes way in the back of the fire department.
Okay.
It runs way down and back
Okay.
along the creek down that way.
Oh, good. And I did notice that there is a
Certificate of insurance.
insurance policy there for,
All right.
no, it's more than a million, I think.
$1 million. Count zeros.
So, no, that's great.
Last couple of years, they have beautiful fireworks.
I'll make a motion that we accept it.
I'll second
That's
that.
what's needed.
Okay.
Supervisor Hawthorne,
Yes.
Counselor Anthony,
Yes.
Counselor Greco,
Yes.
Counselor Haggerty,
Yes.
Counselor Arnold.
Yes.
Okay. Pass that down to Ruth and she can follow up on that. Mr. Boynton?
Mean I'm up already?
Yes. Oh, we moved right along here. Mr. Floyd Boynton, who is one of our representatives in the county legislature and chairman of the Oswego County Legislature.
I don't have much. Our meeting's tomorrow night. You're all invited.
Evening meeting.
Love to have you come.
Good.
It'll be crowded, but we only have 11 resolutions. One controversial one, which we're going to end up pulling for 30 days. That's the, I know you all heard about Regan Silver Lake and the sale of property, the railroad property, back to the landowners. And the snowmobilers are, they don't want it sold. And that the railroad bed itself from 104 to Furnace Station Road is not open for snowmobiling. Hadn't even been dedicated for anything yet. But their viewpoint is that if you sell this one piece, well, then you're opening, setting a precedent that could happen elsewhere. We're pulling it simply to give some of the legislators 30 days because they want to talk a little bit more to their constituents. And then we're still looking for an alternate trail around the Regan Silver Lake property and that. I don't know if any of you have ever been out there, but the railroad bed runs right through the middle of it. And the homes there, which they're building now, are, be like up to Willowbob. They're expensive homes and that. So it means a great deal of new assessments for the town of Oswego, as well as the county picks up some dollars too. And that. Then one other resolution, we've been approached by the physically impaired people to provide them with some bus service, and which there's a resolution on that, which the Oswego County Opportunities contract with the County of Oswego themselves. We're going to try a bus service for a year, which amounts to dividing the county up into 5 sections, designated a certain day for each section. And hopefully it's going to work, and they feel it's going to work, and it gives them an opportunity to, get out of their homes and that. It's not only for the visually impaired, but those that are really disabled, so they can't get any place. So even if they get on the bus to take a ride, it'd be something different, Then Saturday is our official opening of Sandy Pond, the beach. And we're going to have the dedication of it on following Wednesday, which is 24th or 17th, whatever, 24th, I guess, and that. So, but outside of that, I have nothing new unless, Rosie wants to ask me a question.
Yeah, I've got a question. You say these expensive houses are going up and these people don't want this. This trail's been there for years and years.
It's not a trail.
Well, whatever. These snowmobiles have been going through there for years and years. Now you're saying
They have not been going down that bit.
they've been using it.
No. I disagree with that. They've been using up to the east side of 104. But from 104 going up through the rest of the town of Hannibal and the town of Oswego, no, they have not.
Is that what they've been talking about all winter though?
Yeah.
This winter?
The
Was that
cold,
area?
the trail, what's the name of it?
Ojak.
OJ,
That's-
all right. Would you buy a lot and build an expensive house knowing that that's there and that's, you don't do this. You don't build a house next to a junkyard and then complain about the junkyard. You don't do this.
Some people do.
You don't do this to these sports. That sports is a big sport, and these people should have realized that when they're building there, what's happening before you build there.
Wait, no.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Good. I don't argue with you.
I'm not in an arguing mood, but they should be careful of where they want to build before they build.
Let me explain something.
Okay.
We purchased that line, it runs from Cuba County line up to what is the Furnace Station Road, crossing 104. It was a railroad bed at one time. It went on Route 104, the state route, used to be a tunnel underneath. That's where the trains went, underneath. Okay, the state said you couldn't cross 104 with any motorized vehicles. The county did a seeker, and a determination was made that from the west side of 104 to the Furnace Station Road would be non-motorized forever. But they never dedicated the place either. It just became a Hojak Trail without dedication. And that there's no way that it could be open for snowmobiles. And that's all.
So no motorized what, like
No motorized vehicles at all.
a lawnmower even?
Well, it would
I'm just asking. If you're gonna close it, you can't have noise either maybe.
Yeah, but-
It's a hiking trail. or-
The lawnmower is not a vehicle. You know, no, non-motorized.
So it's for hiking, bicycling,
You can bicycle it, you can walk it in that.
Cross-country ski.
Well, what I'm saying is people should be more careful when they buy a lot to build and say, okay, what's surrounding us? What is around us? You know, and then they make it so hard for other people after they get there and try to this is my point,
I understand.
no
I
arguing,
have-
sir.
I have nothing against snowmobiles, I got nothing against these property owners. The county is right in the middle of it. The town of Oswego
It's really-
voted to not use it at all for any purpose, biking or walking. But we feel that it could be a biking or a walking trail or even cross-country skiing and that's all.
So the county's gonna override the town?
Well, I'm not going to guarantee we're going to do anything because I don't know how many votes we have. It takes 2/3 to sell property. It takes a 2/3 vote from the legislature, and that's 17 votes. That's a lot of votes to get, so.
Well, you talk about bringing in tourism and bringing in this and bringing in that in the county, and I'm not a snowmobiler myself.
Oh, Rosetta.
I'm not, and but these people come from all over. They come from Rochester where we have snow first, and I could see in my own business with snowmobilers. It brings up my business too, but
I think the county had a number of like $20 million or something last year, didn't they?
Wait, yeah, we
From
take it a lot of
snowmobiling
money.
alone?
Yeah, but you got to realize this area from 104 to Furnace Station Road, really, it starts no place and it ends no place. And there's nothing in between. And that. They can't go any further than Furnace Station Road because the NIMO tracks are right next to it. NIMO's not going to let them on. And that. The state won't let them cross 104.
they do anyways.
They won't let you cross 41 or 81
I
or...
know, I realize that.
But that's all part of your county trail. You guys want to close your eyes to one thing and open your eyes to the other.
That's not part of the county trail. The Ojak Trail is not part of the county trail.
Well, I know that yet, but it is right through here.
Oh, yeah, through here, yeah. And my good friend, my colleague, not here tonight, he has it right through the back of his muck and that, Morris, and that, so.
My question is what you mentioned last month. How'd you make out with the asphalt plant, or whatever you call it? Did that decide they're going to
Yeah, we decided we're going to go ahead with that, yeah.
I must have misread about it.
You must love to come and face me.
Rosie, I never had a problem with you in my life. See?
Well, I just speak the way I feel, and
Yeah, I'm quite sure you do, and I know you do.
okay.
I thank you. Okay, I do have a dog control officer's report. This is for the month of May. There were 40 complaints, 14 dogs picked up, 16 dogs released. Total expenses of $44.45, monthly mileage of 449. Impoundment fees collected 130, and adoption fees collected 20. Pretty active there. Planning board, do we have anything?
No, not really. It's everybody on the board knows.
The
what's going
ZBA? Okay.
on. No.
I know we have a report from our youth director that
Yes,
Rose has.
yes, I've
I'll
got-
turn it over to her.
At roller skating, we had 48 members participant in roller skating at Byler Skating Rink. This ran every Sunday for 4 weeks, beginning May 7th to June 4th with Memorial Day weekend off. Some programs are scheduled so far this summer are Alex Bay Sightseeing Tour. This will be an all-day trip from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 1 hour stop at Bolt Castle for the youths of Granby. Thunder Island Amusement Park another day. Another day at the beach at Fairhaven State Park. Use of the city pools every day with exclusive use 2 days for 1 hour for Granby pool party. And we are still waiting to hear from Brian Chetney at the Youth Bureau for additional programs. As far as transportation for the summer has gone up because of the gas price, and it's gone up minimum $7.39 an hour to $7.52 an hour. $1.61 a mile, $1.64 a mile, just a minimum increase. So this summer should be a different program for the youth program, and it's going to be exciting this summer. It's one
Perhaps-
whole day at Alex Bay will be great.
It sounds like not as many events, but more quality.
Yes. It's going to be Thunder Island Amusement Park. We're going only once this summer because that was raised real high for us. So once this summer.
Okay. And he will have the schedule complete and ready.
he's
We're getting
waiting,
some
yeah.
calls now.
Huh?
We're getting calls about it. And,
Oh yeah. Well, even if he goes 1 or 2 more places, that's a good summer schedule right there. It's going 2 times a week like we was doing, twice to Burnham Park Zoo, twice to Beaver Lake. The kids didn't want to go anymore. I mean, it was just like, you know, when you eat spaghetti every day, you don't want it anymore, and that's the
When's he
way.
going to have a schedule? That's what you
Well,
publish.
Dave will have a schedule. He's just waiting for another
Okay.
1 or 2 things for the summer, and then we will be completed.
but you have a
In
certain
fact,
lead time to get it in the newspaper.
Well, maybe you should have a copy. Did you get a copy of this? It's from Thunder Island, and it's reservation from,
Okay, terrific. I don't need that. Just wanted to know what was going on.
okay,
Terrific. Very good.
that's great. Be great for the kids.
That sounds
And
marvelous.
if the parents don't take advantage of our youth programs, it's sad.
And there are generally lots of chaperones, parents who are willing to
Yeah.
help out.
We've got a few parents that will go along.
Highway Superintendent.
My turn? I'll give you my report for May. We finished sweeping all the roads to remove the ice control material we deposited during the winter. We began our spray patching. We patched the roads where they suffered cracking over the winter in the areas which developed potholes from the spring thaws. We then go back and re-sweep the patch sections to remove any loose stones. The state bid pickup truck was delivered in May, and that will replace the 2 trucks which are currently up for sale by bid. We'll continue mowing as the weather allows us to. It's been a really tough year to try and get any mowing done. We completed drainage work and installed 1 driveway culvert on Floridaville Road. Then we installed 2 cross culverts on Sharp Road, another on Stony Robbie, and another yet on North Finney Road. We had a lot of schooling this month. We're trying to get in compliance again. Each year we have to do this for OSHA or PECH. So we all attended a safety training seminar covering lockout, tagout, personal protective equipment, right to know. This was put on by an employee of the Department of Labor from PECH, and found out that we need to have first aid training for the employees, and I'm going to try and check with the county health department to see if they can provide that or find someone who can. We attended a hazardous materials awareness training session, which was put on jointly by a number of townships. We get together and get somebody to come in and do it. So it's only $5 per employee, saves on the cost. We do about anywhere from 50 to 70 people at a time. I had 2 employees attend a work zone safety seminar put on by Cornell Local Roads, which was an excellent school. I took this up in Tug Hill a couple years ago myself. And then myself and 2 other highway superintendents met with the county administrator concerning the possibility of Oswego County establishing a department to handle the safety training and compliance issues. I know it affects the county just as it does the towns, and to see if they would be able to assist the towns in our needs that we have in these areas. And his response was very encouraging, and I think the county will probably take a look at it at least this year to see what can be done. So that's all I have.
Thanks. Bob, did we have any? Do you have any?
We're in great shape.
I have submitted a activity report on the income and expenditures to the board members, and no surprises there. I did have a report from code enforcement officers. They are very busy these days. This report covers from May 1st to May 31st. We had a total of 20 permits. Total building costs $314,077. Total permit fees of $815. The year to date, we've had 51 permits. This is calendar year to date. $908,856 in building costs and $2,470 in permit fees. Okay. Anything else, Rose? I see the seniors are taking some trips. They have a schedule for the summer.
Yeah, they're busy for their trips. Nothing exciting.
Okay.
It's exciting for them to go on a trip, but
Yes.
nothing happening here.
I think, right, as we speak, I think they're in Toronto. And they will be participating in the Heritage Day with desserts.
They're going to have strawberry shortcake, aren't they?
I'm not sure about strawberry shortcake. Maybe
not?
some, but they were I know they're going to have pies.
Pies? Okay.
So, homemade pie.
They'll have coffee and sweets inside every
Right.
year, don't they?
They may have some strawberry shortcake. They were uncertain about acquiring strawberries.
Okay.
So. Okay, Vince, anything?
No, I haven't got anything. Buildings and grounds or anything? No.
Okay,
Me and Jed are paying phone tag. That's about all on a couple of little projects.
good. Dave?
No, I don't have anything.
Rick?
No, nothing.
Okay. I need a motion regarding the town bills.
I'll make a motion, we make a motion to approve the payments of the town bills as prepared for abstract 6A-00 in the amounts of $9,433.94 from the general fund, and $17,818.12 from the highway fund, and $77.87 from the Will Bob Lighting Fund District.
I'll second it.
Okay. And I would note that the highways included a great deal of material for stone and oil. Is that it? So that was a little bit higher than normal because of the road materials. We, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Our next meeting, we'll have our work session on June 28th. Our regular monthly meeting will be July 12th. And July work session on July 26th. And this coming Monday is another work session of the planning board to which we are invited, and that is Monday evening, the 19th at 7:30. Does the board have anything more? Anyone out there? I'm sorry.
It would be nice to thank the people that mow the lawns in the cemeteries.
Oh, yes. Well, as
Publicly
you
acknowledged.
heard about in the paper and otherwise, that we had a bit of a problem with cemeteries, and we were able to find some people who would take to do them Memorial Day weekend. We scurried and made a lot of phone calls, but we were very appreciative of those people who agreed to do it. Bob Lyman was one,
Kathy Richards.
Gordon Sheldon and Kathy Richards and her children.
Family.
So I appreciate that. They have done, the company that got the bid has done the mowing for the second mowing.
Okay.
I talked to them today.
And I think while we're on that subject, I think we made a note, next year we're going to have to do that mowing a little bit sooner.
I think we need to do
One somewhere.
one early in May and then another
When
one.
are they going to, I asked you this the other day, when are they going to come again and do it? I mean, their first time?
He came the second, came yesterday and did it, but he didn't know about the bank, and I just talked to him on the phone. I said, yes, we need to have the bank done also.
Oh, yeah, that looks terrible.
What, oh, the
At
bank?
Granby Center.
Oh, okay.
I think they do that with a weed.
Well, he wasn't sure about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't see the flags coming down that steps that I stuck in the weeds.
Stuff in the weeds, okay.
And I guess with all the rain, he finished up in the pouring rain yesterday, so
Well,
he wasn't sure about that bank. Anyone else? Comments?
No comments from anybody out there? I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Bob, what'd you do with all those papers, Bobby? What'd you do with all these feelings? These agendas, you do it along. Yeah. Record, I use it.
No, it's not a record.
We were in